this is really when you need people around you who really know boxing, not sort of look. Nikisa didn't want this fight, in my opinion, because although he's not a boxing man, he still knows, but I think Jake just talked himself into it. I think he was making money to fight Gervonta Davis. The fight fell through. They needed another opponent. He probably already spent the money in his head and just thought, fuck it, let's do it. And they'll be banking on. AJ hasn't fought since Dubois. AJ got stopped last time. AJ's getting older. So, but you can talk yourself into that kind of stuff. But I just hope that, he can leave the ring safely on Friday, because it's not, if 4 or 5 shots land clean, it ain't going to be pretty.
And is anything less than a knockout was the loss for AJ?
No, because a loss is when you lose. So it doesn't really make sense. Now, obviously, what I'm looking at more is the stock going on, right? So the reasons that we took this fight is we were going to have a run out anyway. So we got that opportunity. The money was incredible. And the profile and the platform and the exposure puts us in a position to be the biggest star in boxing if we do our job correctly, right? So you're right, if we go in and it's scrappy and we win on points or something like that, listen, load of money, we got the run out, no drama, but wouldn't have the same impact that it would if we went in and did what we were supposed to do. And he will do that. I mean, there is absolutely no doubt in my mind he wins this fight by knockout. But it's the virality of the knockout.
Eddie, what did you make of Tyson Fury's comments about what AJ said earlier this week?
Yeah, Fury's Fury, innit? He's found his voice again. He's obviously got he's in those discussions to fight AJ, and he does what he does best, which is to come out, be outspoken, and look, I'm delighted that he's going to fight again. It's great for the sport. AJ can't stand him, to be honest with you, and I think I've never really known AJ to want to knock someone out so badly. I think that AJ's comments, the reality is everyone knows what he means. You can dress it up how you want to dress it up with negativity. Oh, we shouldn't say that. This is their job. You guys, you want them to go into a ring and have a fight with another man. Essentially, the task is to render someone unconscious in the ring if you want to dress it up in a barbaric state. That's the game. So this is really what he's saying. And of course, he hopes that Jake can leave the ring safely, but he's not going in there with the mindset of, I hope Jake leaves the ring safely. He's going in there going, I'm going to knock him clean out as quickly as possible.
And you mentioned Jake normally has all the antics, like if you compare this to the Mike Tyson fight, he's really dialed it down. Like, what's that saying to you?
Well, I think he's focused. I think the Mike Tyson fight was just, this is a circus, but it's nowhere near the circus of the Mike Tyson fight. And I think he's dialed in to perform, and he's also petrified. Now, whether he wants to admit that or not, there is no. You see, fighters are very different people, right? They come from a different background. They've had various struggles. They've been through a lot. They have a different mentality. Jake is not that guy, right? Jake doesn't have the same fighter mentality as most of these other guys. But what he is, he's a hard worker. He's a good athlete. He's made good improvement. He's real smart, and that's probably the downfall going in. This is why this fight doesn't really make sense. In fact, I can't believe we're standing here with 30 hours to go till the fight, and because I don't know what he's doing. So I have to respect it and admire it, but at the same time, I'm like playing with it in my mind, going, "You're a really smart guy, and you're about to fight Anthony Joshua. What the fuck are you doing?" Excuse my language. Like, what are you doing? And listen, that comes from a belief. Listen, the money will always be the principal motivator for it. But he truly believes he can win this fight. I do believe.
Is there a responsibility on the sanctioning bodies if something doesn't go right?
Yeah, I think this fight is a borderline sanction fight that some commissions would have sanctioned and some commissions wouldn't have. At the end of the day, I'm very happy that I can stand here in a position of not promoting the show, not pushing the fight, as in trying to make this fight. I received the phone call. We had an offer that gives everybody a wonderful Christmas, and we said, thank you very much, we'll be there, and if we have to walk there rather than getting on a plane, we'll walk there. Luckily, they sent a plane. But it's not our responsibility. You know, ultimately, we accepted an offer. You wanted it, you got it.
Eddie, we
Terrence
spoke.
Crawford recently retired, obviously an all-time great, but coming off the best win of his career, it seemed like there was a lot left in the tank. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, you never know the background to these things. You know, is it part of a wider negotiation? That's just me knowing the game. Are there lingering injuries, which might be more likely? You know, where every camp, what's he, 38 years old, 39? But every camp gets very, very hard. For the boxing world, and even for fight fans, it's not frustrating because it's his decision, but he's now reached that superstar status. You kind of want him to keep going, and it wasn't like his performance against Canelo showed signs of aging or anything like that, but he's also made a lot of money. What a time to bow out on top. You know, a lot of fighters have one too many. So maybe he feels like the way my body is, maybe I'll get beat, and I don't need to get beat. I've got everything I've got. Or maybe he had a contract to fight someone else, but if he retires, he's not in that contract anymore, or it will give him greater leverage to negotiate again. That's just me being devious, which is part of my job. If physically he's able, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. So his IQ's on another level, but what is there to do? Like, he's not going to want to go and fight, I don't know, Jaron Ennis. Like, he's going to look at that and go, well, I'm going to fight a 28-year-old coming through, I'm giving you my legacy. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I think bowing out at the top like that's pretty cool thing to do.
Do you think we see Canelo, Diego Pacheco next?
Sorry?
Do you think we see Canelo against Diego Pacheco next?
I mean, look, it's a really interesting, you know, that decision from Terrence Crawford, you know, really means that a lot of the belts become vacant. So you've got Shiraz against Mbili, but now with the WBO, you've also got Shiraz against Pacheco. So I think more likely you're going to see Pacheco against Shiraz or Munguia, and I think if he wins one of those fights, I think he'll put himself right in line for the Canelo Alvarez fight.
Eddie, are Jake and Joshua both enrolled in VADA testing?
USADA testing. They've both been tested. I don't know. I can't give you. I mean, I want to say well over half a dozen times.
How come they're not in VADA testing?
Because that was a decision from MVP.
Did you push for VADA testing?
Yeah, but we've been VADA tested our whole career. USADA are a very reputable agency as well.
Why would they not want VADA testing?
You better ask them. But we didn't have a problem with it. USADA are extremely reputable. It's not like some random agency that's popped up from nowhere. But we were tested by UCAD as well. Obviously, you saw the different, well over half a dozen tests, I believe. So we were happy with the procedure.
Do you know how many tests Jake's done?
It'll be the same.